There's never anything good on in here. Oh, what's this? Oh, hey, what's going on, man?
What you watching?
Oh, no, I just tuned into the Castleton Video Network.
Let's check it out.
Hello, and welcome to Castleton Video Magazine. I'm Samuel Canny.
And I'm Jacob Covell. Coca-Cola and Pepsi stocks slipped today on bad fourth quarter news. The carbonated drink manufacturers have reported 3% declines in soda sales nationwide. As beverage aisles have grown more competitive, the companies are looking for ways to divest. Coca-Cola looked to grow as a result of sales decline, reportedly purchased a stake in Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. The two companies plan to collaborate on a Keurig-style soda machine for the home, much like the current coffee maker. In other areas, Coca-Cola plans to expand its cost-cutting program to produce $1 billion in savings by early 2016. Pepsi has announced a similar plan. 2 years after the trial, George Zimmerman claims that only God can judge him. Zimmerman told this to CNN on Monday. "I know that ultimately he's the only judge that I have to answer to. He knows what happened, I know what happened, so I'd leave it up to him." The 30-year-old still is getting death threats for being acquitted of second-degree murder and manslaughter. Zimmerman apparently has no regrets of killing Trayvon Martin, but Zimmerman does wish he had stayed home that night. A fossil of a 248-million-year-old dinosaur, known as the Ichthyosaurus, was found. The fossil shows the reptile giving birth to her 3 babies, one of her offspring to her side, one in the process of being birthed, and one still trapped within the womb. This discovery is important because most reptiles, along with fish, birds, and insects, lay eggs, which eventually hatch into their young. However, this ichthyosaur is still one of the earliest examples of viviparity, which is when children develop within the mother of the fossil is very clear and well preserved, so that scientists have been able to learn a lot from studying it, including the ways of vertebrates, the time gave birth, and how things worked. Scientists believe this dinosaur died in the birth due to babies being stillbirths. Clashes between anti-government protesters and police have erupted again in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, after about a week of decreased violence. Protesters left their barricaded encampment located in the center of the capital and stormed the government's parliamentary building on the 18th of February. Government forces were able to push the protesters out and secure the building using rubber bullets and stun grenades. Members of Ukraine Parliament, Lisa Orbits, represents the protesters and stated that 3 protesters have been killed in the recent clash on her Facebook page. Protesters say they will not settle for anything less than a new government headed by someone they intend to elect, in order to align with Ukraine with the European Union instead of Russia. A man was found stabbed to death early Monday morning inside his home, and police have a woman in custody. They found Chris Cafferkey's body in the living room, stabbed in the chest, and the police arrested the 23-year-old Jeanette Maxfield, who was living with the victim. Maxfield was the one who made the 911 call after the murder just before 1 a.m. The police charged Maxfield with second-degree murder, and the police are also unsure of what the motive was. She is now in jail with no bail and is arraigned Tuesday in Lemoyne County. Last week, the New
York Yankee legend Derek Jeter announced that the upcoming season would be his last. Jeter follows the same route that his former Yankee teammate Mariano Rivera took last season during the final year. Jeter is one of the most widely respected and accomplished baseball players of all time. He debuted as a Yankee 19 years ago and has since helped carry his team to 5 World Series championships. Jeter will end his career in a 3-game series against his rival team, the Boston Red Sox. In local sports, Saturday, January 8th, the last ski race of the ECSC McDonald Division regular season took place at Bromley Mountain in Peru, Vermont. Castleton's Patrick Burke placed 6th, Vincent Corrado placed 9th, Carl Robesk placed 12th, and Ben Hanna right behind him in 13th place overall. Castleton's men's skiers had 7 different racers in the top 30. The men achieved the second place standing. For the women, Blair Hooper placed 8th, Simona Krakola placed 14th, Allie Spencer placed 17th, and Lisa Davis placed 20th. The women finished just 1.18 seconds away from gaining second place and standing among their fellow men teammates. The Spartans have this weekend off before they take off to Sugarloaf in a week for regionals. After winning 3 weekends in a row, Castleton women's hockey fell to Norwich University last week 4-0. Paula Stevens had 29 saves for the Spartans, but wasn't able to shut out the Cadets. With the loss, women's hockey ends the season at 14-9-2 overall and 9-5-2 in the ECAC East. Although that loss wasn't how the Spartans wanted to end their season, both records overall in the ECAC gave the Castleton women's best hockey program in history. The Spartans will take this 3rd seed in the ECAC playoffs and host the quarterfinal game for the 2nd consecutive year. This past weekend, Castleton men's hockey Spartan seniors led the team to a 4-0 victory over Skidmore College. Senior goalie Eric Sonati had 35 saves for the shutout, while senior Ben Roberts put the first goal on the board for the Spartans. Kyle Richards scored in the final seconds of the first period, making the score 2-0. In the 3rd period, Spartans came out strong off 2 power plays. The first, Brian Green scored, and the second one, Kyle Piechler scored, finalizing the game 4-0. Men's hockey team is seeded 5th in the ECAC East standings and will travel to 4th-seeded New England College for the quarterfinal round of the ECAC playoffs. Castleton's men and women's basketball played last Wednesday against Colby Sawyer. Christopher Williams filed the games.
On Wednesday, Glenbrook Gym was host to a showdown between our own Castleton Spartans and the Colby Sawyer Chargers. The men's game was back and forth all night until, in the final seconds, leading 110-105, Castleton fouled Wal Mahjong following an offensive rebound with just 1.9 seconds left. The sophomore made the first free throw and missed the second intentionally. Grabbing the rebound and hoisting a 3 to the near corner as time expired, the Spartans hung on for a 1-point victory. The Spartans, now 15-7 overall and 12-2 in the NAC, have scored at least 104 points in their last 4 games. Colby Sawyer falls to 12-9 this year, 10-4 in conference play. The Castleton women suffered their first conference loss of the year. The 66-56 decision at Glenbrook Gym was costly for the Spartans. Castleton falls to 19-3 overall, 14-1 in the NAC. Alyssa Leonard led Castleton with 13 points, while Shelby Labarge and Jade DeRocher each notched 11. I'm Christopher Williams with CSC News, Castleton.
Castleton women's and men's basketball had a sweet pair of victories on Valentine's Day weekend against Thomas College on Friday evening and Maine Farmington on Saturday. The women hosted Friday night Thomas College and beat them 83-42, and on Saturday beat Maine Farmington 91-60, with one of their best games this season. With the pair of wins, they improved to 21-3 overall and 16-1 in the conference. The men on Friday traveled to Thomas and played a phenomenal game against them. Thomas had a buzzer-beating 3, causing overtime where the Spartans were able to hold on for a 130-129 win. On Saturday against Maine Farmington, the men took another victory, 98-92, making their record 17-7 overall and 15-2 in conference play. Both teams host Green Mountain College for their senior games on this Saturday. With the amount of snowfall the past few weeks and the bitter cold, the spring teams seem to have the right idea. Spartan baseball is headed down to Texas for the beginning of preseason on Friday morning. In 2 weeks, the softball team is headed down to Virginia for preseason and hopes to escape the cold here as well. Men's lacrosse travels to New Jersey for the first regular game of the season on Saturday, and women's lacrosse hosts Skidmore College tomorrow, and they travel to Mount Holyoke this weekend.
Castleton Associate Professor of Geography Scott Roper has recently been appointed to the Board of Directors of the Vermont Center for Geographic Information by Governor Peter Shumlin. His appointment is the first ever from Castleton, and Roper is one of just 3 higher education representatives on the 12-person board who represent the municipal, state, legislature, academic, and private or business sectors, as well as the regional planning commissions. It seems that Burlington has rapidly become a destination for popular hip-hop and rap artists within the past year. Musical artists such as Kid Ink and Waka Flocka have performed already this year and sold out, and other artists such as G-Eazy and Rocky Fresh will also be coming this spring. So why are musical artists coming to Burlington? Because many of the people who attend these concerts are willing to commute from all over New England and New York. Concerts in Burlington sell out, creating a great venue for up-and-coming artists. Burlington helped superstar artists Big Sean and Macklemore a few years ago on their rise to stardom. Singer David Crosby has postponed his final dates of his tour to undergo heart surgery. The singer still plans to be with Crosby, Stills and Nash on a month-long American tour, which starts in March. Crosby had to cancel shows in San Francisco and West Hollywood, which have been moved to April. Crosby's left artery was 90% blocked, and 2 stents were placed to provide blood flow. He is expected to make a full recovery. The Castleton Fine Arts Center is home of art, music, and theater for the school. Each semester, the FAC holds performances, plays, and other items as part of the Soundings events. On Thursday, March 6th, there will be a panel of students and faculty reviewing topics surrounding the film Girl Rising, about 9 girls who face heartbreaking injustices. This will take place at 12:30 p.m. The following Thursday, March 13th, Doctors Linda Olson and Melinda Mills will present articles and popular music to illustrate how the media support and promote rape culture. This will take place in room 1787 at 12:30 p.m.
Thanks for watching Castleton Video Magazine. I'm Jacob Covell.
And I'm Samuel Canny.
Hi, I'm Vincent Guerrero. I'm here to interview random students in Castleton. Let's go. So what did you do on your snow day?
I drank a few bottles of wine with some girls and went out sledding and trying to find car keys that we lost in the snow.
Are you 21?
I am 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I went snowboarding in Mount Red.
How was that?
It was epic.
That's good.
Oh, it's fucking
That's my buddy.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
A lot of homework. That's it.
And didn't hang out with any friends or watch a movie or anything?
That was Friday, right? Nothing. Just homework.
Way to be.
Shoveling. I shoveled my porch.
Ah. That's good. That's good. All right, perfect. I hope you made some money for that one.
No. It was my porch.
Okay, then. Thank you.
I slept.
I sat on the couch and watched TV.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I did a little bit of drinking. I drank a little bit, I ate a little bit, and that all came out. But hey. Hey, why not?
Perfect.
I played in the snow.
And stuff.
I didn't do a lot. I kind of napped a little bit. Since it was Valentine's Day and I'm single, I didn't really have a date to go on, but I hung out with some friends. We saw a movie later that night. The roads were kind of hairy, but I think we had a good time. It was a pretty fun day. It wasn't really eventful, but I've had worse snow days.
Well, I'm sorry that you were alone on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
so
totally.
for that, I'll give you a hug. Here you go. All right. It's okay. It's okay. All right. After a while, Tony Rydell was following us to get interviewed.
Ow! Woo! I'm in. I'm in.
Here he is, yeah.
What's up, Castleton?
So, Tony, what did you do on your snow day?
Sat around, read some books, went on a walk. It was awesome. It was sweet, nice snowflakes coming down. Watched the Page Master, called my mom. It was awesome, she's doing well. What else did I do? Drank some booze, hang out with some honeys, you know, at the Beehive. And yeah, that was about it.
I'm Vincent Greer for videomag CSCV.
The Pavilion has once again been transformed into an outside ice skating rink for recreational use by the community. The year-round pavilion, which is the largest open-air pavilion of its kind in the state, will house the rink for the remainder of the winter. The rink is open to the public from 9 a.m. until 11 p.m. and is free of charge. Rules and regulations are posted permanently at the site.
Hey yo, traffic, looking for my chapstick, feeling kinda carsick. There's a Ford Maverick.
Parking at Castleton State College has been a controversial topic over the past few years, and with the ever-increasing student body, it's not hard to spot out the lack of space. Every day, students scour the parking lot looking for places to park. Many students have been vocal about the parking and their displeasure.
It's extremely limited. For example, some parking spaces, like after hours, are limited. They're closed down, which they should be open 24 hours.
I don't think we have enough parking. There's 3 lines of cars right now. We don't have enough parking, and I think we need more space.
While on campus students are having problems with parking, it seems that commuters don't share the same issues.
I think commuting's not so bad, but if you're a resident here, it's kind of sucks.
For non-commuters, I feel like a lot of commuters, I know there's a lot of commuters, but there's still a lot of people on campus, and having to park so far away is, especially in the cold, is not fun at all.
According to the interim director of public safety, there should be enough spots, but he does admit there are some problems.
The greatest number of spots are in South Street lot, and that's a quarter of a mile walk from one end of South Street lot to the other side of campus. And so it's not the most desirable parking space. So when people start wanting parking spaces right next to their residence hall, right next to their classroom, that's true for faculty and students and staff, we run out of spaces that are specifically where they'd want to park. But we have enough parking generally.
It also seems that any changes to be made have to start with the students at Castleton.
Where people park, where like commuters, new students, upperclassmen, faculty, all of that was designated through student government many years ago. And so any changes in where people might park would need to come back through student government to have a committee to look at the whole parking situation and then make recommendations back to us to change that around.
In the end, parking works now, but not as well as it could. If any changes are to happen, it rests on the shoulders of students to start the process. For Castleton State College, I'm Jacob Covell.
Welcome to the Castleton Dating Show. I'm Erica, your bachelorette. We have 3 contestants competing for a date with me, and I will choose one based on their responses to my questions.
I'm contestant 1, and I'm the one for you.
I'm contestant 2 because we need 2 of hearts.
I'm contestant 3, and you should pick me because I'm awesome.
What is your idea of a perfect date?
Would be candlelight, a jacuzzi, warm massage oil, you and me.
Lakeside picnic, and we'll bring big juicy wieners.
What is your favorite romantic movie?
Anything we decide to film in bed.
My favorite romantic movie is Brokeback Mountain. I mean, a giant hunk of meat between 2 firm buns. Oh my God, I would eat that up.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
What is something nice you would do for your girlfriend just because?
Oh, I'd do anything for my significant other just because. No special occasion at all. I love my significant others.
Something I would do unprovoked for my girlfriend? Play her some sweet, sweet music on my violin.
I choose contestant number 2.
Oh, honey, I'm gay. I just wanted to be on TV. Hey!
Very informative and fun too.